Hello, team, and welcome. In this assignment, we explore how artificial intelligence, or AI, responds to your instructions. You will work with two AI text generators. The first is Microsoft Copilot, and the second is an AI tool of your choice. For this demonstration, I will use Microsoft Copilot and ChatGPT. This activity will help you build the skill of communicating clearly with AI tools and evaluating their results. Your goal is simple. You will give the same prompts to two different AI tools and compare their responses. By the end, you'll understand how prompt wording affects results and which tool works best for you. First, you'll open your web browser. An example would be Chrome if you use Chrome, Safari, Edge. I will be using Chrome in this demonstration. You will open two separate tabs. The first tab will be Microsoft Copilot, and the second tab for this example today will be ChatGPT, but you could use another AI generator tool like one of the ones we've talked about in class. You will then create your first prompt. The prompt should be a topic of interest to you. It can be related to school or work. It can be of a personal nature, but do not include any identifying information. Additionally, please be aware that prompts are reviewed and the review will be shared with me. You will type the same exact prompt into both AI tools. When writing your prompt, try to include the following: clear and specific instructions, background information, a tone, such as a formal or a casual tone. The tool will respond in that way as well. A style, such as informative or persuasive. You can ask the tool to respond that way as well. And then the length, if you are asking it to give you something that might need to have a length, you could ask it for a limit to the length. And then optional but helpful, you can also include an example of what you want. Okay, so you're going to be revising your prompts twice. So you're going to do the initial, and then you're going to do a second revision. In that, you're going to ask or add more detail and fix anything that wasn't clear. The AI tool might identify something that wasn't clear for it. And then you'll also want to be more specific about what you want. In the final prompt revision, for this one, you're going to refine it even further and focus on getting the best result. You'll want to keep, you'll want to keep the results of every revision that you make, because at the end we will be putting together a narrative, and that narrative is going to be comparing the two outputs. You're wanting to know what's the same and what is different. And then you'll be turning in a reflection assignment. So this is where you explain what you learned about both of the tools. So what happened in your first prompt is one thing that you're going to want to include. And then what you changed in your second prompt and why you changed it. And then what you changed in the third and final prompt and how it improved the results. And then in the very end, I would really like to know your thoughts on which tool worked best for you and why. The submission requirements for this are a minimum of 200 words, and they can be submitted either on a Word document, a Google Doc. The Google Doc will have a link. The Word document will be an upload. And then the final one is just a text entry within the assignment itself. So the key takeaways, remember, AI tools are only as good as the instructions you give them. And the assignment is not about getting the perfect answer. I'm not really looking for that. I'm just wanting to know how you've been able to improve your prompt engineering and then evaluate the results. So if you take your time and you follow each step that's in the assignment, you're going to do great. And don't worry, you've got this. All right. And of course, as always, if you have any questions, just let me know. I am now going to go to a demonstration. Whoop. I'm going to open up 2 tabs, and I'm using Chrome. In the first one, I'm going to go to Microsoft Office. So I'm going to log into my school account to use Copilot. Oh, it's Microsoft 365, Office 365 Copilot. Okay, I'm signing in. 2-factor authentication. Okay, here we go. All right, and usually when you sign in, it will open you up to your apps dashboard. You're going to come down here to the Microsoft apps, and this is the one that I might actually open up in. So to get to Microsoft Copilot, going through your student account, you can use Outlook, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, Teams. You can go into any of these. If I were to go into Word and use Word, I can go up here to this 9-point square, and it's right here, and I can open it up from here. If I go to Outlook, you may even have your Outlook open. It's up here as well. I can also go here and click on the Copilot icon here to the left. The disadvantage here is now you're in Copilot and you're no longer in your email. So something to think about. Okay. I am going to stick with that one, and then I'm going to go to chat in this one. Okay. All right, now I'm set up, and I have both of my AI text generators open, and I'm going to ask it a question. And I'm going to make sure that that question is the same in both. Maybe my question is, I am taking a vacation in August and would like to visit Lake Tahoe. What can I do there? All right, I'm going to copy so that I'm going to go ahead now. Copilot's going to get to work, and I'm going to paste that same question into chat, and I'm going to let chat go to work. All right. Looks like Copilot is pretty much, no, but still working on it. All right. So here's the initial information that I'm getting from Copilot. And here is the initial information I'm getting from chat. Now, right off the bat, I'm seeing that chat actually gave me a map. I didn't see one with Copilot. No map with Copilot. So there's a difference right there. All right, and then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to take the prompt and you're going to adjust it. So one of the things that I noticed real quickly just by breezing through it is I forgot to ask about a hotel. So I am now going to ask about a hotel. What are some hotels in the area for less than $200 per night? Okay, I'm going to copy, go over to chat, enter it in chat, and let chat work on it as well. Stay logged out. There we go. All right, chat's doing its thing, and it looks like Copilot's still working on it. Okay. All right. So I have this, but now for my third, I remembered I really do want to be by the water. So I'm going to say, and on the lake shore. I don't know if it's going to be able to find me anything, but copy that. And we're going to let Copilot do its thing, and we're going to ask same question to chat. Okay. All right. So it's working on it. They're both working on it. And now I'm going to compare. This is the very final output. And so now I'm going to compare both of the tools. I want to know what the similarities were, what the differences were. One of the things that's different for sure is this map, but I'm also noticing just the formatting is kind of different. The chat's really more of a narrative, has a lot more words, right? And Copilot has a lot of white space, which for me, I like that. But there does seem to be some differences in what chat is offering than what Copilot is offering. So I'll have to look at it a little bit closer. So in the end, you're going to compare and find your similarities and differences, and then which one you liked. And that's it. All right, if you have any questions, you know how to get a hold of me. You can send me an inbox message in Canvas, or you can always get a hold of me via phone. All right, you guys take care. Bye.